Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you.
Are you feeling classy today? Sit down for a glass of wine and listen to Hoppe Hour.
You're tuned in to Hoppe Hour, an hour where Hoppe rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Hoppe Hour is on now. Hoppe Hour is on now.
What up? What is happening? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. And for the next hour, my goal in life is to change the way you think about things. For the next hour, I want to make you think differently about topics like the Kardashians and the shootings that are happening in America. Because here on Hoppe Hour, I like to rant. I like to speak my mind, but I want to be the outspoken millennial that tells it like it is, because a lot of kids my age, a lot of people my age are afraid to. And we will get to that and more. But first, let's let the beat drop. It's a tradition, I tell you. You can tweet at me your thoughts. You can tweet at me your thoughts at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can email me if you're listening to this on demand, but you want to send me more than 140 characters. Ryan at hopperadio.com. If you want to support the show, tinyurl.com/Hoppe Hour decals for just $3.50. You can buy badass decals brought to you by Solis Graphics of Duluth, Minnesota, brought to you by one of my friends and one of my true fans, Nick Seymour. But the first 10 people to buy them will get them for just $2, and you will get other decals brought to you as well. Also, it's not in the search engine yet, but the Hoppe Hour app, aka Hoppe Radio, is in Google Play. I will tweet out the link at Ryan Hoppe Radio after the show, but it is there. I just don't know if you can search it. So if you can see it, screenshot it for me at Ryan Hoppe Radio and download the app in the iOS shop. Just search up Hoppe Radio. All right, also coming up this week on the show, tomorrow, from the legendary Bob and Tom Show. They are now in the Radio Hall of Fame. Bob will be calling in to talk about his legendary career and what it's like to make it into the Radio Hall of Fame. Also on Thursday, radio legend Kevin Matthews and a very funny and raw comedian, Joe Howard from Cleveland, will be calling in. It's a guy I would see around at the bars. I'd be like, what's up, dude? But we never really talked, so I'm happy to get him on. So there you go. All right. Wow. Enough of the plugging. My God, am I out of breath already? And I haven't even begun to rant. All right. Now, when you're a kid, you aspire to be things. Now, when you're a kid, if you want to go into something creative like radio, TV, theater, acting, anything really, music, you have influences that come that way, and then you grow talent. And sometimes in life, it depends on what type of sperm your dad had and how good looking your mom is. But sometimes you are born with good looks. And what comes with that is a lot of the times the good looking girls with talent make it and they go up the ladder real quick. The good looking girls that are hardworking make it up the corporate ladder real quick. But I have never seen something so nauseating, so hideous. The fact that the Kardashians were born into money. The fact that they are great at getting guys off. Their daddy got OJ off for murder, and their hobby is getting guys off. I don't know what the fascination with these talentless girls is. Can somebody explain it to me? Number one, I go to the gym every day. I'm not bragging, but I'm setting up the scenario. There is this girl I'm trying to find the guts to talk to. She is so cute and she works at the front desk, and she is prettier than any of those fat asses because she's real looking, and she doesn't have to go on Photoshop, and every picture she would take, I guess, she would have to put on some paste and edit it. Ugh. That's why I don't get the whole fascination with the Kardashians, because they're not even that good looking. They're hot, but there are hotter girls that are more real looking at the gym. And I love people that say, "Oh, Kim has a nice ass." Okay? You can go to the gym. You can go to a grocery shop in the produce section and see a nice girl with some nice yoga pants. Is she worth $100 million? No. Secondly, about the Kardashians, what do they bring to the table? Say what you want about Ariana Grande or awful rappers or even actors you might not like. But at least they bring something to the table. They have to memorize lines. Even the worst rapper like Cash Out, he can sort of go with the beat. Even someone like Slim Jesus, who I despise, he at least goes with the beat. That's some type of talent. Say what you want about Bieber. Say what you want about the YouTube video kids, the new millennials that are doing videos. They at least are bringing something to the table. What the hell are these girls bringing? Why are they so famous? Why are they one of the most top-watched shows on TV? No. It's not just one of the top-watched shows on ETV. It's up there with the Big Bang Theory and like CSI. Everybody's watching this show. It's one of the top-watched shows on Netflix. What is this fascination with them? Can someone explain to me? Tweeting me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. What's their talent? They can't sing. Kim's already tried that. They can't act because their show is obviously fake and they are awful at acting. What else can't they do? They can't really do anything athletic because they're not into like jogging. They're not going to play basketball. So they're not good at acting. They're not good at music, and they're not good at talking either. If you hear them on interviews, they add nothing. The apple I had for lunch today, the core of it, has more of an IQ than any of them combined. My cat, when she is sleeping, whatever she dreams about is more complex and more intelligent than anything they have ever even tried to think about. Have you heard them talk? Well, like Kanye said this, or well, like Lamar said this. Like, I was listening to a radio show and they were playing a clip of the Kardashians when they were on Ellen's show the other day. It's like listening to Maya Rudolph's character on Idiocracy. They just can't finish a sentence. It's run-on sentences about nothing. And here's the thing. If you can't even talk right, you don't even have the potential to do a podcast. So there's no talent they could ever bring to the table. But guess what? Guess what? Kim was in a porno. So was Tori Black. So was Pam Anderson. So was any porn actress ever. I love how I said Tori Black first. That's my girl. Why is it such a big deal that Kim was in a porno? Explain to me. Number one, I don't want to sit here and be creepy and begin judging the qualities of pornos. But that one is trash. You hear clearly the product placement of Ray J in the background playing his own song or whatever the hell that is. Number two, if I ever hear anybody say that was leaked, that's like saying I'm coordinated. That's like saying I'm not goofy. It's clearly edited because they've even admitted they were trying to find a way to get attention. So they edited it, the clip. They sold it to Vivid Entertainment. If Kim was so embarrassed by it, she would throw it under the rug and move on. But no, they call it a sex tape leak. My God, they're famous for that. If you're going to be famous for a porno, at least make sure it's a good one. It is so bad. You see more Ray J than her. Who wants to see that? If I had one wish, it wouldn't be for that. Get what I did there? What an awful joke. So here's why I'm talking about the Kardashians. Here's the thing. It's reached a new level. People are going to say to me, maybe on Periscope, maybe on Twitter. Sure, I've gotten comments on my live Periscope. I'm not reading it because I'm doing a live podcast. But people are going to say to me, Hoppe, why are you talking about them? Hoppe, you're giving them attention. This is what they want. Maybe. But someone has to say something. Because the news media keeps reporting on it. The news media keeps talking about it. And the biggest problem is there was a bomb threat at the College of DuPage in Illinois, right? Did you guys hear about that? There was a bomb threat. Of course you didn't. We're not even talking about this shooting at Oregon because we're fascinated by their fat asses. They are ruining the news cycle. And they literally represent idiocracy. So I don't want anybody to ever say to me, Hoppe, you're giving them attention. I'm ripping these talentless imbeciles apart. People treat it as real news. They're on CNN. The Huffington Post, my God. The Huffington Post must be paid by them. Kris Kardashian must be giving them a nice check. Or Ariana Huffington must be best friends with them. Because they treat them like gold on that front page. They literally are on that front page all the time. So I don't want anybody to ever say to me, Hoppe, you're giving them attention. Hoppe, you're talking about them. I'm one of the only people in the media who rips them apart. Are we afraid of them? They couldn't even come back with an insult. It would take them 20 years. They would listen to this podcast, and by 2020, when Kanye's running for president, they would listen to this podcast, which by then would be 4 years old, and then they would have a comeback. You have a speech impediment, and you're goofy, and you would never be able to bang me. Like, they can't say anything. They're morons. And here's why I'm talking about this. The problem with the Kardashians is this. If it was one thing, or maybe they weren't that influential, I wouldn't have a problem. But they are on the cover this week of the Cosmopolitan magazine, which I've never read. It doesn't really fit my demographic. I can't imagine myself being at the dentist's office, waiting to go in to get my teeth checked, or waiting to go to my bag doctor, and reading the Cosmopolitan. But I can tell you that they can easily find better content than this front page cover. And if you're watching on Hoppe TV on Periscope, it says here, America's First Family. 16 pages like you've never seen them before. Then it says, easiest workout for an epic ass. I don't know where to begin on this. Where do you start? First of all, they aren't America's first family. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and his two beautiful daughters are. Say what you want about their politics. Say what you want about what Obama's done this last decade. But they are the first family. And the fact that the Cosmopolitan magazine would even stoop to this level is an embarrassment. The movie Idiocracy has come to life. We might as well come out with some movie called Ass and have it win an Academy Award. Because the front page of this magazine says America's First Family. And on the same cover, it says, easiest workout for an epic ass. Oh my God. What are we doing? What are we doing? How are they America's First Family? And what I hate so much about this front cover, what is so sickening to my heart, is the fact that their faces are so unhumble. They are so unrelatable. Kim's got the face like, oh, I was in a porno. Nice. Khloe's got the face of, I ruined Lamar Odom's decent basketball career. Kendall's got the face of, I'm 18, and this is just beginning. And Kris Kardashian, her face says, I am the monster that created this enterprise, and we are not going away. Even when we die, the ghost of the Kardashians will always be with you. That is what I get from their sickening face. Enough of you. My God. Idiocracy isn't even a documentary. It's a reality show. It's come to life, man. The fact that they are called America's first family, sickening. Here's what I love, too. Here's what I love. I'm not really loving it. It's called sarcasm. I'm actually crying a little bit while laughing because this is sickening. It says 16 pages, like you've never seen them before. We've seen them in a porno. We've seen them drunk in public. We've seen them at award shows. We've seen them take selfies. We've seen them pregnant. We've seen them lay in bed. We've seen them in music videos. We've seen them on TMZ. So what are the new revealing pictures you have, Cosmopolitan? Is it them at church? Is it them doing charity work? Is it them talking to homeless people? Is it them just contributing to life? Is it them reading a book? Because the book that Kim came out with was selfies. Is it them, I don't know, doing anything on Thanksgiving, feeding food to the homeless? I mean, anything that contributes to this world. Is it them fixing a car? Is it them computer solving? Anything that would require intelligence or having a heart, are they doing it? No. I don't have to open up the magazine to know. It's them, maybe with a scenic background. Or maybe Kendall's in college and she's laughing. Oh, this midterm's so hard. I'm going to get this. Or maybe it's Kim and she's playing with Northwest, who I'm not bringing into this because it's a baby. But her and Kanye are arguing. Oh, it's your turn to clean her diaper. No, it's your turn, babe. No, it's your turn. Where they're trying to be relatable because they're the Kardashians, everyone's favorite first family. Sickening. I just don't know why they are around. The difference between me talking about them and the difference between the media talking about them is the media treats it like real news. They call them America's first family. They give them the time of day. I'm ripping them apart. I'm speaking it as it is. You will hear FM talk shows talk about this, but you don't hear enough of it. And I try not to talk about them too much because I don't want to be a broken record. But my God, things are getting out of hand. I mean, go away. If you guys want to be respectable, go make a hit single without auto-tune. Go act in a movie and win an Academy Award. Go do some charity work. Go write a book that actually would be riveting and do it without a ghostwriter. Go write a play. Go write a symphony and be the next Mozart. Contribute something to this world. Because I swear to God, this movie, Idiocracy, is coming to life. Guilty.
Justin!
What are you objectifying on?
Come on, just get me on the stand now. Okay. Your Honor, I object.
Yep. That movie has come to life. It's not a joke anymore. I bet all their lawsuits they go through, the courtroom cases are just like that. I'm just being honest.
Next on Happy Hour.
We have so much to get into. All right. We are having an epidemic in this country with shootings. And I want to discuss it because we would rather talk about Kim Kardashian's fat ass than people now taking a dirt nap because these shooters want to be famous and they want to get the attention, so they get noticed by the media and then they kill themselves, and then we move on each and every day. So I will get to that and more. Tweet me your thoughts at Ryan Hoppe Radio. We will be right back on Happy Hour after this. Hang on.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
What's up? This is Ryan Hoppe from Happy Hour, and I have a very special shout out to one of the sponsors of this award-winning podcast. Nicholas Seymour from Duluth, Minnesota is the owner of Solis Graphics, which is a badass company that will make you decals.
Who the hell's watching this?
Buy Happy Hour decals.
I appreciate it, Adam, Remy, Jacob, John, the guy with Chinese symbols and skid marks.
Award-winning podcast while supporting small business here in America. Or maybe you have a band, a company, a freelancing project, and you want to have your logo made into a nice, badass decal. Nick is down for making deals, and he is very good at negotiating. If you want to get into contact with Nick, it's not hard. Trust me. He will answer your call real quick, and he is one of the nicest guys I know. His number is 330-419-0691. That is 330-419-0691. Or you can send him an email, solisdesign@gmail.com. That is solisdesign@gmail.com. And to check out Happy Hour decals for just $4, go to tinyurl.com/happy hour decal. That is tinyurl.com/happy hour decal. And when you talk to my guy Nick, just say that Ryan Hoppe sent you, and he will give you a badass deal. Trust my word, pimps. Nick Seymour of Solis Graphics is the best around.
It's time to turn Hoppe on.
Doesn't this song just put you in a good mood? I wish techno was like this, you know? Mojo needs to make a comeback. This song makes you want to get down with your girl, you know, go have a nice, fun night on the town. Oh, yeah. You're hanging out with your friends? Damn right you are, man. God, I love this song. Feeling kind of low. I mean, this song to me is just fun techno. The music that's out now is trash. Calvin Harris, David Guetta. But this is something you could get down to, you know? Just hanging out with your girl by the nice warm fire. Probably not here in Tampa because it's hot all the time, but I feel so right and take all night. You blow my mind. I suck at singing in these lyrics. All right. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Let me know what you think. Also, email me, Ryan@hopperadio.com. I'm just in awe by this song. It's so good. Just puts you in a good mood, you know? All right. Because I wanted to put you in some type of a good mood before we get to this topic. We have a problem with shootings and violence in this country, especially violence in bad parts of towns. It's getting worse, but we seem to be afraid to address it. Now, I'm not going to ever run for president or any political position, so I'm not sitting here and pretending that I have the answer. I'm not sitting here and saying that we need to have more guns, or that everybody needs to have a gun, or that we need to have this or that. I'm just saying something needs to be addressed because shootings are happening all the time, and it's becoming a norm. Kim Kardashian takes a selfie, there's a school shooting, and there's a sitcom laugh drop on The Big Bang Theory when there's an awful joke. Things that happen all the time, it's becoming a norm. Death, taxes, and a school shooting or anything every single day. It's just becoming a norm. And it's because the media is giving attention to these imbeciles. Because they see that the Adam Lanzas and the James Holmes and whatever those punks from the Columbine shootings, we talk about them. We have documentaries about them. They go on TMZ.com. These losers who do these shootings know that they will never contribute anything to this world. These losers know that they're not good looking. They're not coordinated. They're not this or that. So they go, how can I become infamous? I hate that people never addressed me as a kid because I was a creep that liked to beat up cats in the backyard and watch horror movies at the age of 5, and my dad beat me up. But I blame everyone else. So by the age of 19, I'll go to a community college and kill everybody. Ridiculous. Or have the plan to kill everybody, but take away 8 innocent lives at a community college in Oregon. But the problem is this, one of the underrated problems. We're not going to live forever. I'm really scared to death because my dad died 11 months ago. So it's one of those things, every night I think about him and I just think about someday being dead and if there's an afterlife. But I hope to live to 100. I really do. I hope to live as long as possible. People are now gone forever. We don't know if there's an afterlife. And people are now gone forever because of these shootings. People have lost their brother, their siblings, that'd be the same thing, their mother, their daughter, anything, their nephew, their best friend, anything, their boss or coworker, because of these punks that want to be infamous and that are doing these shootings. But who cares? Whatever. It's happening every week. And here's an article that I saw on Talk Topics on Twitter, brought to you by Perry Michael Simon, that kind of gave me some prep that I liked. And this is from KATU, and this is in Oregon. And the headline says, more police are refusing to name the shooters for fear of copycats. And this is by Sadie Gurman of the Associated Press. And this is out of Roseburg, Oregon. The sheriff detailed how a shooter armed with several guns walked into a morning writing class Thursday at a rural Oregon community college and killed 9 people. I said 8, my bad. He described how cops found more weapons at the man's home. But when it came time to reveal the shooter's name, Sheriff John Hanlon refused, saying, I will not give him the credit. He probably saw it prior to this horrific and cowardly act. Finally, someone is coming to the plate and acknowledging this. Finally, somebody is doing something right. Because all the major news networks are giving these guys their Facebook photos where they're so edgy and wacky, man. Watch out. And I mean, you do have to watch out. But look at me, man. I'm so tough, dude. I'm an outlaw. I'm a rebel. Screw you and burn in hell if it's real. We need to stop talking about them. Whenever I talk about these shooters, I never give them the time of day. That's why I was so mad when the shooter from the Batman movie from 3 years ago, the Dark Knight shooter, I'm not going to say his name. I said it prior, but now I'm never going to say their names. He was all in court looking wild and wacky, and his hair was orange, and TMZ was like, is there something mentally wrong with him? Does he have bipolar? Is he schizophrenic? No, he's just evil. And I am sick of hearing that excuse. I saw an article on CNN, oh, the shooter had Asperger's. Okay. And the sky's blue. What does that mean? People that have autism usually are kind, usually are normal. That's never an excuse ever to take innocent lives. That is never an excuse to beat up animals and to have a weird childhood where you end up taking people's lives. So to anybody in the media that thinks that's a riveting headline, the mom saying, oh, but he had Asperger's. Shut up. That's lazy journalism, and I am sick of hearing about it. But he was on and off his meds. I take meds for ADHD, and you don't see me doing diddly squat. There, I said it. Shut up. Law enforcement officials are recently refusing to name the mass shooters, hoping that not immediately identifying them will reduce the chance of their fame that they will get from the shooting. Makes sense. And to keep their actions from inspiring others. That's what I don't get. All of the fancy news anchors in their nice suits, all the pretty news anchors in their nice dresses, they report the news. And it's like they almost do it for the drama and the ratings, and they don't think that people are losing their lives because of these shooters. I know it brings in ratings when you talk about them, But have some integrity. Have a heart. And be like this guy, Sheriff John Hanlon from Roseburg, Oregon. And stop talking about them. My God. Ridiculous. Why do we need to know about them? Why do we need to go on their Facebook? Oh, God, it gets me so mad. And then these punks, of course, kill themselves because they wouldn't last a second in jail. These pussies. There, I said it. There's little research to suggest the practice prevents copycats. Of course, because we haven't begun doing it. Of course there's not research. No one's begun not talking about them. How about we do that for a year and then we will have research, you dummies? It says that people worry that withholding the names will make it harder to assess a mass killer's motivations and spot trends that will prevent future violence. Oh my God. It's not like when there's a motive, we've never heard of it. They didn't get attention in life. The girls never liked them. Their dad touched them as a kid. They were touched as a kid. They had mental problems. It's not like if we quit finding out about their motives, that we're going to miss a new one that's just going to kind of surprisingly pop out. And we'll go, wow, we've never heard that one before. Wow. I didn't know that a lot of the times the shooters are evil and mentally ill. Wow, that's news to me. I never knew that was possible. Get the hell out of here. And they say spot trends that could happen in the future. Okay, fair enough. If you see somebody creepy, tell a school psychologist. If you get a weird feeling about somebody, tell somebody. Maybe we need to have PSAs on how to spot a creep. I don't know. But we need to quit giving out their names. Because they kill themselves knowing that they took away lives and that they are now infamous forever. And that's what makes me sick. It says, families of mass shooting victims have begged. They have begged and sent tweets, emails, and public YouTube videos urging journalists, TV anchors to avoid using the gunmen's names and photos in public, saying the sight of them renews their pain. Exactly. We are so numb to it that we are forgetting that they have lost their loved one, their friend, their coworker forever. They may never see them again because of a senseless shooting. But it makes for good reality TV, man. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. It brings in the ratings. Grab the popcorn. Grab the Diet Coke. Let's watch about these punks. These pussies. Yeah. Go watch Prison Break or something. Shut up. How about you do your job as news anchors and you bring out a new plot line and you talk about how to spot creeps or how to love each other and appreciate life and bring something new to journalism and have a little bit of integrity while you make millions and you go home to your nice wife and you speed on the highway to her nice meal and you are speeding on the highway in your nice Mercedes while these victims lost their loved one. Think about that. Anybody in the media that reports on it and talks about it on the news, ridiculous. Last year, a police chief in Washington would not identify a 15-year-old boy who killed himself and 4 friends at a high school, saying, "I will not promote the motivation by spending any time on the shooter." And it goes on to say here that there's other examples of people who did it. And then it also says here, a sheriff in suburban Denver. It says here, and throughout the 4-month trial of the shooter from the Batman movie, prosecutors referred to him as that guy, pointing to him in the seat, over angry objections from his attorneys. Oh, shut up! God, lawyers can be such scumbags. Do you really need to have his name said? Like, I know you know deep down that you're not going to win the case and you're going to get the money anyway. So sit down and shut up You rich, overpaid lawyers. If you're really mad that James Holmes' name, oops, I just said it, isn't said in a courtroom case, shut up. Oh, because we're ruining the integrity of a creep who dyed his hair orange and took away innocent lives. Ridiculous. Can't even believe I read that. It's like from an Onion article. The lawyer was mad. They said, that guy. How can you even want to work with him? Defend him. Oh, yeah, I wish the other guy with the orange hair. That was crazy. It wasn't my client. Shut up. It says here, the grandmother of a female classmate who survived the rampage at Umpqua Community College, I hope I said that right, in Roseburg, Oregon, said the shooter gave another kid a package to deliver to authorities. However, it is unclear whether... And then they go on to say the name. So this article did a brilliant job of not saying the shooter's name, and then they say it. And even in the article, they said the shooter from Colorado's name. How about we begin right now and we quit saying their name? Let's quit talking about the potential of not saying the name, and let's just do it right now. Let's stop talking about them. My God. I'm just reading this article. I mean, there's nothing more. It just goes on to talk about the other shooters. They bring up the shooter that killed the 26 kids at Sandy Hook. They go on to name the kids from Columbine. So this article from KATU was going on to say, oh, we should quit saying the names of the shooters. And then they just name off every shooter. This is comical. This is embarrassing. Get the hell out of here. Stop. To whoever wrote this at KATU, to whoever in the media says their name and goes on Google and looks for B-roll footage, anybody who works behind the scenes at any news channel, how do you look yourself in the eye and know that you're just making these shooters into nothing more than a celebrity and a tabloid? We should not know the name of the shooter from Sandy Hook. We should not know the name of the shooter from Colorado. The only reason we don't know the name of the shooters from Columbine is because that happened, 17 years ago? Jesus Christ. And this happened, nobody talked about this. This is from the Chicago Tribune. And the only reason I saw this is because I'm from Chicago. You can probably tell by my Midwest accent. And the Tribune tweeted this. College of DuPage to reopen Tuesday after a bomb threat led to canceled classes. Whatever. Who cares? A potential bomb threat. Kids losing their lives. Whatever. What's on CBS tonight? Is there a new Conan O'Brien tonight on TBS? That was a really weird analogy. But is that more important? America's first family, folks, is more important than people losing their lives. They don't even talk about a bomb threat. Of course they wouldn't, because it was canceled and it didn't happen. But if it did, we'd talk about it for 5 minutes. Then we'd move on. What is Donald Trump doing now? Sending a care package to Rand Paul? Sending him hair gel? Because he sent Marco Rubio water today, like a douchebag that he is. This is from the Tribune. The College of DuPage, which is in DuPage County, it's sort of in the Chicagoland area. The Chicagoland area consists of Cook County, a.k.a. Cook County, Kane County, sort of, Lake County, totally, and then DuPage County. It's all of these counties that are around Chicago. So this one is basically outside of the suburbs. It's the greater suburbs of Chicago. It says here, the College of DuPage will reopen Tuesday after a bomb threat was called in at the campus of the school in Glen Ellen Monday evening, causing classes to be canceled, according to an alert issued on its website. Whatever. Kids almost died. Whatever. According to the website, the college received the threat, and in light of recent events, What events? The Kardashians being on the front page? What events? Oh yeah, that shooting in Oregon. Remember that, guys? That they canceled the classes because of the recent events. A school spokesperson said that shortly after the threat was received, they evacuated the campus around 6 p.m. Like, can you imagine the fear? I'm scared of this happening. We all need to put ourselves in the shoes of anybody. You think you're going to die. You're like, oh, this is it. This is how I'm going out. It says here, classes are going to be back to normal operations on Tuesday. Can you imagine going back to school there at the College of DuPage? I would be nervous, man. Because what if some wacky kid who doesn't get the attention in Math 103, he goes, ooh, someone almost did a bomb threat. I can go in my mom's closet. I know she has that shotgun, and I'll just kill everybody. What's preventing somebody? But whatever. Let's talk about the Kardashians, folks. Whatever. What's Donald Trump saying now? He's so wacky and edgy, man. Watch out for Donald Trump. He'll probably be our president. Sickening. It says on Monday evening, campus police were searching the buildings using dogs. Some kids and others in classrooms heard alarms and were told to evacuate, but many thought it was simply a drill. Can you imagine that? You think it's a drill, and then you find out it's a bomb threat? I would be scared crapless. I just kept it clean. But whatever. What's on TV tonight? Who cares? We're used to it. Whatever. People dying all the time. We are putting bodies in the ground because people are losing their lives to senseless violence. Whatever. School shootings. Whatever. Possible bombings. Whatever. People dying in bad neighborhoods. Whatever. Is that what it's come down to? Whatever. Moving on. We just turn a blind eye, go home, eat our dinner, go to bed, hope we wake up the next day, kiss our girlfriends, if you have one, goodbye, you go to work. Is that what we do? I pet my cat, feed it, go to bed. Are we just turning the blind eye, working our 9 to 5 shifts and just ignoring the issue that gun violence and everything is at an all-time high, though we crucify Obama for trying to do something? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know how to fix it. I'm not going to sit here and say that what Obama wants to do is correct. But at least give the guy some props for trying to do something while the pussies in Congress want to bring him down because they don't like Obama. Shut up. People are losing their lives. Have a half a heart, you douchebag politicians. It said here, here's what a classmate said. Gianna Hauger of Glendale Heights, which is a suburb, a dental hygiene kid who was attending a class, said that all the classmates heard the alarm after 6 p.m. and immediately evacuated the building. I've been waiting for 2 hours, and I hope this is a false alarm, she said. I didn't know it was a bomb scare until I looked at the website. Can you imagine that? You don't even know that it's a bomb threat until you go on the website. Can you imagine that fear? You're like, oh, there must be something wrong with the sprinklers today. Oh, Officer Joe must have pressed the wrong button in the security room, whatever. But then you find out that it's a potential bomb threat. Whatever. Rip it up. Move on. Yeah. I just don't know where to go from here. Like, we're giving the Kardashians the time of day. We keep talking about celebrities that act up, but we seem to now want to address the idea of death. We don't want to seem to address the idea that people are losing their lives every day, and the only reason we're not talking about it is because it's not happening to us, because then we'd be dead, or it's happening to our loved ones. But imagine being somebody that lost their family member or their friend to a shooting. Can you imagine how awful that must feel that nobody is talking about it and that the media is making it into a spectacle and they're making it so theatric? Is that the word? You know what I'm trying to say. They're making it so big. Ugh. We need to shapen up and appreciate life. I'm not saying that if we quit saying the gunmen's names, it's going to prevent violence. I'm not saying if we have harder gun laws like Obama wants, it's going to prevent it. But at the same time, as they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We just sit back, go about our 9-to-5 day jobs, we go about our life, we watch sports, we enjoy football, we eat wings, but we don't think about the problems that are happening. We are going about our day. Well, there was a bomb threat at 6 p.m. Central Time. So whatever you were doing on Monday at 7 p.m., people thought they were going to die. But whatever. You were eating dinner. Your wife made you a nice veal parmesan. Whatever. I'm just saying we need to quit turning a blind eye to it. We need to quit acting like this is some wacky episode of The Wire or 24 or something. And we need to appreciate life. Because someday we're all going to die, but we don't need to die because of senseless shootings. And any way possible to prevent that. And any way possible to keep breathing a few seconds longer, to quit saying the shooter's name, to have harder gun laws, to do anything, I am down for that. I don't know about you, America. Are you down for that? Or do you want to just keep turning a blind eye and people keep losing their lives? Because what if it happens to you? Or what if it happens to your loved one? And you are listening to Happy Hour. I'm not trying to sit here and say, Happy told you so. But you're going to go, oh yeah, people like Happy and other people on the radio were saying this. Now I know how it feels. I don't want that to ever happen to you. That's why I'm trying to do these rants, to have somebody listen. Because nobody in the media is saying this. It's ridiculous. All right. I want to end on sort of a happy note with this song, you know. I just don't think we really like thinking about death. I don't. I pretend it's not going to happen. But when it comes to shootings, we totally need to address it. I don't know, man. It's becoming the new terrorism. And I hate when people don't want to say it's terrorism. Shut up. It is terrorism. It brings terror. And that's all you need to know. I don't even need to look up the definition. All right. Tweet at me what you think at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Ryan at hoppyradio.com. Let me know what you think. I'll try to read your emails before the show begins. Also, download my app in the iOS shop to search up Hoppe Radio. If you have an Android device, very soon you can search it up on the Google Play shop. But if you go to my Twitter account, I have the link to download the Hoppe Radio app so you can listen anywhere in the world. I don't care if you're in Chattanooga, Tennessee, or if you're in Sarasota, Florida, Cleveland, Ohio, or Auckland, New Zealand. If you have a smartphone, you can listen to Happy Hour, Happy and Super Rich, any of my shows, anywhere in the world, using the Happy Radio app. I'm going to be changing up my website, but check out hoppyradio.com, hoppysroll.com, and like I said, email me, Ryan at hoppyradio.com. Also coming up this week, tomorrow from the legendary Bob and Tom show, Bob will be on Happy Hour tomorrow to talk about making it into the Radio Hall of Fame. Also, radio legend Kevin Matthews on Thursday and comedian Joe Howard. And then we have more guests in the next 2 weeks. Also, support Happy Hour and Soli's Graphics out of Duluth, Minnesota by going to tinyurl.com/Happy Hour Decal. This has been Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, saying peace out. I appreciate you listening.
Happy Hour. This is an official broadcast of Hoppe Radio. For more info, check out hoppyradio.com and hoppysworld.com.
There's just $200 here, Nappy.
Serious?
Euros. It's dollars.
There's just $200 here, Nappy.
Seriously? $200? I can barely let the porn shoot for that much.
Porn shoot?
Yeah, we direct pornos.
You teach him no porno yet, Jimmy? Huh?
Shut up.
What is this word? El porno.
It means wealth. It's how you use your body to make money. Isn't that right, Jimmy? Tell him. Tell him with your mouth.
Shut up, Nappy. Where's Mappy?
We left his ass back at the house. Who needs maps anymore? I'll tell you where to go. I'm Gypsy, the GPS.
Gypsy can run the camera. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll run the camera.
I'll run it good.
Hey, did I see Jubilee over here? Where is she?
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.